Alrighty then. Are you ready to now head over to what will be our final course in the game before we move onwards to the reverse variants? That course is Autumn Ring. So, let's head over to our 5th and final course in the game, Autumn Ring, and where the car we are driving is a Lotus Elise. And so, these are our target times. So, at the minimum, we need a 142 for a bronze, a 136 for a silver, and a 1 minute 31 for a gold. Let's see how we do. Although it probably shouldn't be too hard considering I am driving a Lotus Elise and I'm actually, back on the tarmac. Yeah, by the way, Autumn Ring, ironically, does not appear in Gran Turismo 3, but yeah, cut the corner just a little bit there, but it's fine. The ironic thing about Autumn Ring is literally the fact I'm saying the course appears in this game, but yet it does not appear in GT3 for one reason or another. I'm going to assume that might have been because of licensing issues or simply because they just weren't able to put it into the final product. But yeah, I'm pretty sure Autumn Ring does not appear in GT3 if I'm not mistaken. But ironically enough, it does appear in this game, along with also appearing in 4, 5 and 6. Also the original 2 games, 1 and 2, but apparently this course does not appear in 3. Which is actually quite baffling, to be completely honest. And is it going to be the gold? Yes it is, by a quarter of a second. I also like how the gold theme for this game, like it is in GT3, it's basically the sort of jingle you would expect from a news headline. Actually, yeah, I will save this lap just because I want to. Also because, well, it's a Lotus Elise, so, you know. Anyways, another time trial is done, and what are we going to get for the bronze? Is it a Cadillac? Ironically, I have the correct guesstimate. It is a Cadillac. And for obtaining the gold, we get the Nissan GTR Concept LM race car, I think is what this thing is called. But yeah, anyways, the time trial is done, now we've got to get down to the racing. So, single race, back to the normal level. And I'm going to be thinking about what cars I've not used up to this point, because there are many of those. You know what, I think I'm going to head over to the Pacific, and I think to open this up, I'm going to use yeah, why not? Let's use the Corvette. Just because I want to try something different. I am going to use the Chevrolet Corvette for the first race. And our competition is an Aston Martin Vanquish along with another Chevy Corvette, the Gran Sport, a Merc CLK 55, an Aston Martin DB7, and a Ford Mustang SVT Cobra R. Is our competition for this race. And shifting up into second gear because I know the wheel spin is inevitable. Still getting some wheel spin, but not quite as much as I would have gotten had I not shifted up into... oh, okay. Second gear. Wait a minute. Did I actually race in silver at one point or another? I think I did with the Dome Zero. Well, honestly, I couldn't tell you for sure, but I am thinking about it. I think I probably did race in silver at one point. Well, might have been preferable to race in yellow or something. Well, I don't know. But the only thing I do know is I'm out here to lead, and I'm basically out here to dominate. Because obviously this is the normal difficulty, and I would very much expect myself to be in dominating form on the normal level. Because this is basically novice. And back into the first hairpin once again, and officially heading through these chicanes now. Everything appears to be okay at the moment. Also got a little bit of wheel spin. Of course this thing is two-wheel drive as you would have anticipated. And I have an itch on my nose. Although I'm probably not going to deal with that until I've made it to the line. Or try not to worry about it until I've made it to the line. I'm also trying to think about this, but didn't Dale Jr. drive a Corvette once in IMSA? I got a feeling that says he did, you know, Dale Earnhardt Jr. I'm pretty sure he did drive a Corvette once in IMSA, I think it was. Another race easily dominated, and the winning margin in the end pretty much 32 seconds over the Vanquish, and it's a double podium for Chevrolet. The DB7 winds up 4th ahead of the Mustang, and it is the CLK who finishes in last. Not bad considering the circumstances. Anyways, another race is down, and we still have 2 to go. And what do we win this time? Another concept car. I'm pretty sure this is a Honda, judging by the logo on the front. At least, I believe it to be a Honda. And yes, it is, in fact. It's called the Honda Dual Note. Also, to those of you who are American viewers, that car is also known as the Acura DNX. I think is what that car is called. Anyways, over to race number 2, and you know what? I think I will use another concept car whilst I'm here. Just to give it an even playing field. Yeah, let's use the Hyundai. Yeah, let's use the Hyundai just because it's a car I've not driven yet. The other one, of course. And for our competition in this race, we have a Honda S2000 along with a Mazda MX-5, a Skyline 300 GT, a Jaguar S-Type, and a Pontiac Solstice. Here we go for race 2 of Autumn Ring. Emma, I know this thing does not look traditionally pretty, but at the very least I can say it's still a car that exists. Even then, of course, if I probably should have used the Solstice, but oh well. Unfortunately, there are very few tracks in this game, which also means that ideologically there are not going to be many thumbnails I'll get with the other cars. The thing basically sounds like an Alfa Romeo, I think. It's definitely got the same engine as an Alfa Romeo, because I'm pretty sure it has that sound effect in particular. And going for the lead, I outbrake the S2000, got a little bit of oversteer there for a moment, and already up to the lead. And it probably appears as though this is going to be yet another domination run. Is what me thinks. Even though it probably won't be quite as dominant as the one I had previously with the Corvette, because, well, if we're being realistically honest, that was annihilation. Is what that run was. Total annihilation. Is what it was. Yeah, I don't think this is really the right sort of thing for me to use in terms of, you know, replacing the thumbnail shots, because, well, these head and tail light designs, I think, in my opinion, even for a concept car, they do look, in some cases, revolting. I mean, I know they look like they've been made with crystal gems, but the truth is, I'm not really one for the head and tail light designs, to be completely honest. I'm just not really sure on knowing if I can really, you know, endorse the looks of these. I mean, I'm not saying they look atrocious, but I am saying they do look like a bit of an eyesore from both sides. You know, both front and rear. Anyways, final lap. And it looks as though the Jag has now solely taken over second position. And still continuing to get oversteer. And I'm pretty sure it will take nowhere near as long for these AI to finish, as rubber banding is proving to be closer here at Autumn Ring compared to numerous other circuits, and, well, the Jag's closing up, so I really cannot afford to bottle this if I'm going to go for the win. I'm really going to have to keep a hold of this thing if I'm gonna stay in contention. And it looks as though, as long as I do not make too many mistakes, I probably will wind up with the victory anyway. Especially considering I do already have a thumbnail shot of a concept car up to this point, and it appears as though I'm going to win yet again. And margin of victory, 3 seconds over the Jackass type. Then in third position we had the Honda ahead of the Nissan. The Pontiac winds up the day in 5th, and then at the back we had the Mazda MX-5, who was 11 seconds behind the Pontiac, and also 22 seconds behind me. There we go. 2 races down and still 1 to go. That was definitely closer than the original one, I will admit. Anyways. And for winning the professional race, we get a Mitsubishi CZ3, I think is what this car is called. Isn't this one of the course license cars or something? Well, anyways. Yeah, that's officially what we get. And apparently we can also choose it in 4 colours as well. But yes, the Mitsubishi CZ3 Tarmac Rally car is the car we win. And now we move onwards to the Ace race. And I've already got an idea on which car it is I want to use. Now, I did think about using the NSX, our prototype, for this event. I also thought about using the GTR concept, but well, neither of those cars really seem to fit the bill for this. But I am going to head back to the race cars, and I'm going to use the Honda Mobile 1 NSX, just because I really want to. And in terms of our competition, we officially have one other Honda NSX with 2 Toyota Supras and 2 Nissan Skylines. Alright, let's go. But unfortunately, no Castrol Tom's Supra for some reason. Anyways. Already off to a steady start as I would have anticipated. 5 laps around Autumn Ring. And it appears as though everything is going okay as it currently stands. And got a little bit of a bounce there on the curbs. Of course, I am driving this thing without traction control, as you might have figured. Already up into 3rd position now, whilst I am trying to overtake my fellow Honda NSX, the Roadbrake NSX, who is not being very helpful at the moment, but anyways, doesn't matter now because I am past him. And now I have to overtake the leading Supra, which is what I am trying to do accurately, also cleanly. And not quite able to get the job done. So starting the second lap and keeping it in third gear so I don't lose the back end. Got to keep this car in stability, you know. And so we now begin lap 2, as we've now gone through the first sector. And everything appears to be okay at the moment. Not really having any problems in regards to adherence of what the track surface is doing to my car. And it feels a lot less strenuous on this course than it was at Tahiti Maze last time, because it basically felt like I was driving rear-wheel drive, even though the Peugeot 206 I drove last time was actually four-wheel drive. But it felt like two-wheel drive because, well, oversteer basically kept punching me like constant knockouts from a professional boxer. At least it felt like I kept getting knocked out because of how many times I'd spun the car previously. Yeah, I do reminisce a lot on things I've already done up to this point. I tend to do that a lot. Reminiscence is just part of my personality, I guess you could say. And having to literally park it there for a moment so I could avoid going into the wall. As which I have noticed these are concrete walls, and now beginning lap 4 of this race. The gap is currently 4.3 seconds now to the silver and orange Supra, or the AU Turismo Supra, I think is what that thing is called. Or the Toyota or Turismo Supra. I don't know what the actual name is, but you know. Pretty much keeping everything intact as it currently stands. Not having any real problems at the moment. And up to this point, everything appears to be okay. As we are now coming through and apparently running over some leaves in that section, because apparently leaves are there in the grass, considering this is called Autumn Ring for a reason, but I actually didn't notice there were falling leaves for some reason in the grass, or fallen leaves I should say. But anyways, I now have a 7-second interval to the Toyota up to this point. Basically just trying to keep this car under control and not to spin it. So 7 seconds is now the interval to the leading Supra. The silver and orange Soup is currently running in the lead, and I just cut the corner. Oh well. It's fine. I mean, there weren't any overtakes I had to make anyway, but I know I shouldn't have done it, but it just happened anyway. Anyways, through the final corner, and I set a new best lap time by 0.4 of a second. Somehow. Alrighty then, everyone has finished. And in the end, my margin of victory was 12.6 seconds. And it's a double podium for the Honda NSX, as which the Raybrigg NSX takes third, ahead of the Esso Ultraflow Supra. Then, in fifth position, we had the Loctite Zexel GTR, and then at the back, it was the Calsonic Skyline. And I've now decided I'm going to overwrite this replay at Autumn Ring because I wanted to use this thing, and technically I've now used the thing. So, there we go. That is now all 5 courses done. All we have to do now is just do the reverse variants, and then once we've done all those, we should be done with the main parts of the game. Anyways, time to save the game. Alright, let's now do every track again, but in reverse.